Welcome to Wonder, Explore, Believe. I'm Brian Brawdy. You know, ever since I was a little boy, I dreamt of being an astronaut, but it didn't take me very long to realize I didn't necessarily have all of the right stuff. But that didn't lessen in me the drive to want to explore. Today, I have my own version of a spaceship. Now, it may not take me to the surface of the moon, but it's taking me just about every place else. You've heard of it. It's been referred to as the green RV, the eco RV. I call it home. I'd like to invite you to join me. We're going to check out the solar panels, the wind turbine, all the technology that go into making the mobile base camp give us the ability to go off-road and stay off the grid. The 2008 Lance Camper is at the heart of our operation. Situated atop a Ford F-350 Super Duty 4x4, the Lance Camper 1181 is the most versatile, rugged, adventure-tested, yet comfortable camper I've ever been in. It truly helps me take the roughing it out of roughing it. Now, when it comes to RVing or off-roading, you're only as safe and secure as your contact points with the earth. For that reason, we turn to our friends at Rixson Truck Wheels. These are the most dependable, lightweight truck wheels on the market. We went ahead and matched them up with Bridgestone 19.5-inch wheels. As you know, lower rolling resistance means less in terms of fuel consumption. Now, when it comes to the U.S. Border Patrol, can you think of anybody else that works harder? When we learned that they relied on Super Springs to steady their ride, we knew it was the right decision for us as well. To round it out, we relied on our friends at Airlift and the airbags to go ahead and stabilize that ride. When it comes to stabilization, when it comes to safety, we turn to Rixson, Bridgestone, Super Springs, and Airlift to guarantee those things in our rig. Best tires in the world only work when they're inflated properly. When you take your rig, like we take the mobile base camp, on different terrains, different temperatures, you've got to be able to make sure your tires are able to handle it. For that reason, we turn to Extreme Outback, and the Extreme Outback Magnum air compressor allows us to change a flat if we need to. Also, we can go ahead, switch out, inflate our own tires as well. On a recent trip to Death Valley, the temperatures were 121 degrees. Because of that, we had to actually let some of the air pressure out. As soon as we left, we needed to fill them again. Extreme Outback makes that possible. Thanks to a newly designed onboard rain gutter system and the Catadine water filtration system, we're able to collect and harvest rainwater. Now, in addition to helping us forecast the rain, the two Garmin GPS units with Nexrad weather antennas also provide impeccable navigation for the Wonder, Explore, Believe mobile base camp, keeping our fuel consumption to a minimum. Now, suppose we find ourselves in a sticky situation, or maybe even bump into some friends that could use a hand along the way. We're relying on the 16,500 pounds of pull from Super Winch. Now, if you're going to use a Super Winch, you need a super strong bumper to hold that winch. There's none stronger than Trail Ready, the bumper that we turned to when we knew we were going to need it most. When it comes to light, you can't beat PIA. Let's say you need to use your winch at night. You need to be able to see what you're doing. PIA, the brightest, crispest, most powerful light we could find to adorn the mobile base camp. Now, as you know, one of the many benefits when we go RVing is that sense of independence, that sense of self-reliance, and that has to communicate for us in emergency situations. That's why we have a special compartment on board for Adventure medical kits. Designed by a medical doctor, these hospital-quality instruments we put into action, whether for an emergency for the crew or someone we meet along the way. It's like having a medical doctor there saying, slow down, take a deep breath, we'll get you through this. Hey, when it comes to accepting the title of the Eco RV or the Green RV, it all begins right here. To kick it off, the wind energy, air breeze right here. This is our wind turbine. And we have 6 85-watt Kyocera solar panels, 3 here on the front and 3 here on the roof that, check this, power the 4 Lifeline deep cycle batteries on board. And now, the 2 brains of the operation, if you will, the Apollo Solar Charge Controller. takes that energy from both the wind turbine and the solar panels and converts it down, allows us to safely and effectively fuel the batteries. Now, the number 2 part of the punch, the Xantrex 1800 watt inverter. It allows us to convert energy on board the rig, notwithstanding the air conditioner. We have high-speed fans that cool off the inside of the rig, but the Xantrex allows us to power absolutely everything else on board. The microwave, the refrigerator, the lights, all both 110 and 12 volt, all of the different electrical accessories from our computers, our camera batteries, anything we're going to need to be able to report the story on the Wonder Explore Believe tour, it all begins right here. Now, with all this high-tech gear, we needed some help in placing and securing that gear. When it came for the configuration, we turned to the folks at ADK Solar. They help with the placement of the PVs as well as the wiring. Now, when it comes to the fabrication, for the brackets to hold everything in place, including the telescoping pole for the wind turbine, we turned to WF Enterprises. So there you have it, a thumbnail of the Wonder Explore Believe mobile base camp, my Lance Camper 1181. If you have any questions or can suggest a few comments, please check us out at wonderexplorebelieve.net. On behalf of Lance Camper, on behalf of Go RVing, on behalf of Morrow Media, I'm Brian Brawdy. Until next time, why not go RVing?